Hi there and welcome to another Coffee with Colm, and thanks for tuning in. The objective behind this series of Coffees with Colm is to take elements of my story, my business journey, chronicled in my book Feeding Johnny, How to Build a Business Despite the Roadblocks, and take snippets on a weekly basis, share them with you, and then discuss some of the lessons contained therein in the hopes that by me sharing the lessons I've learned along the way, they might provide you a shortcut where back in the day I had none. If you enjoy this particular Coffee with Colm, or indeed the series, feel free to pop a comment in the blog below the video. I'd appreciate that. If you think somebody else might benefit, simply share the post out privately or publicly. I'd very much appreciate that if you think there's somebody out there that might benefit from this type of stuff. And if you hold tight now, we'll talk about the topic for this week, which is entitled Breakthrough. Okay, let me tell you this part of the story called Breakthrough. And this relates to a time in Carambola's history where the business was just about to lift off, just about to head off into the space that we wanted it to get to. And it begins, as often happens in business, with a problem. One morning I arrived to work very early in the morning. My role at the time, part of my role, was to do all the cork deliveries. So I was arriving there maybe 5 o'clock in the morning. The place was dark, I was on my own, and I realised when I got to the front door that the place had been broken into overnight. It was very clear that the front door had been smashed, the glass door smashed through, the alarm was ringing off the wall. They had actually smashed the alarm off the inner wall, but it was ringing away anyway. I rang the police. My own office door had been malleted open, and there was certainly damage done. I know my good camera was taken, some money was taken, etc. But I was more concerned with had the lunches been interfered with, and of course they hadn't, thank God. So I loaded the van, headed to Cork, did my deliveries, and then came back later in the day to handle the mess. Interestingly, we were in a building where we had just about outgrown a building that we'd moved into some years earlier, and it was that same building that the guy, the civil servant, had tried to talk me out of it because it was much too big for me. And clearly it was much too big for me at the time, but he didn't know what was going on in my head. And so never let anybody who's never been where you want to go tell you that you can't do something. That's one of the lessons in this particular piece in terms of our breakthrough. The burglary was just another setback. It's just another one of those things. It's going to happen. You're going to have your own setbacks, no idea what they're going to be. We're going to have more for sure. We actually had our busiest week last week ever, which is fantastic. 23,000 lunches every day were produced here last week, and I'm just so thrilled and so happy. I've just given a tour to a guy, a lovely man called Eamon Smith, who came for a visit. Thank you, Eamon, for coming along. Great to show you around the place. And when I was showing Eamon around the place here today, I reminded myself by telling him that we've developed 3 great things over the years in Carambola. We've developed a great brand because we've always turned up, we've always fed Johnny. So we've got a great brand in terms of quality and consistency and reliability. We've got great systems to run our brand, so 25 million lunches almost produced and delivered. We've never missed a delivery, we've never had a food safety incident, huge track record behind us. And that's wonderful, but our third element and the big secret in Carambola is we have great brand, great systems, and we have even better people. Even better people. It's the people that feed Johnny on a daily basis. Richard Branson is quoted as having said, who's the most important in your business? Is it your customer or your staff? I would have always said customer until he reminded me it's our staff, it's our people. Because if we look after our people will look after our business. And you and I need to take that with us into the weekend and into next week as we build our businesses to the next level. So thank you for listening today, and hold fire, and we'll just wrap up this particular session. Okay, thanks for listening to that particular story. I hope you got something from it. Some of the lessons include the fact that, as we said before, problems are inevitable. Simple as that. Fact of life, fact of being alive on the planet. You're going to have problems one way or the other. You might as well enjoy them, enjoy the journey. If you're resolute in your mission, in your commitment to feed Johnny, whatever feed Johnny means in terms of your business, well then you'll simply bat the problems out of your way as they arise. If you're not resolute in terms of feeding Johnny, the problems will become mountains that can be difficult to overcome. The second element that I think I'd like you to take from that particular story is simply the title Breakthrough. We finally had breakthrough, and it's my belief that breakthrough will happen for you so long as you stick at it long enough. Well, the other Coffees with Colm I spoke about getting stuck in, and getting stuck in means doing whatever it takes, and for as long as it takes until you achieve breakthrough. and that's what we finally achieved. We finally got to break through in our business. We had lots of ups and downs since then, since that breakthrough, but we got to the point where we achieved breakthrough. We got to the point where our business took off. And there'll be more lessons to come of this nature, so thank you for joining me for this particular Coffee with Colm. Okay, I hope you got something from that particular lesson, that particular Coffee with Colm called Breakthrough, and some of the lessons contained in it. I'd ask that you would consider the lessons through the week that you're just about to head into. And if you can identify, if you want to relate a story of your own, feel free to leave a comment in the blog, in the box below the video. If you'd like more of this type of stuff on a regular basis, pop over to our homepage, colmobryanmotivation.com, and pop in your details there. We'll send you more videos of this nature. And come back next week for another Coffee with Colm, and we'll take another story and we'll discuss it and we'll look at the lessons contained within it. So in the meantime, enjoy your week, enjoy the coffee, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye. My favourite. Talk to you soon. Bye.